Google has launched a new tool in Search Console. It's called Content Ideas. They're rolling it out slowly, and they're saying that they're not going to launch it on everyone's website. So if you have it, you're going to get an email about it. Otherwise, you can log into Google Search Console and you'll see it here under your overview section. If you click on it, it loads this interface with all kinds of ideas for you. This is meant to be new content inspiration, as Google says up here, but note they also say content ideas are based on searches that might lack good results. So I take this to mean this might not attract any new customers to your site. So you're going to want to go through these ideas and only choose them if they actually make sense for your customers and for your services. You can click on Show Me How to Use It, and you get these 3 little pop-ups here where they explain here are your topics based on your site's best performing content. If you click Next, then it explains how you can add a new topic, and then how you can save topics. And they say that ideas refresh periodically, so it's a good idea to check in here every week and see if there are new terms on the list. This website is for a yoga instructor who's also a personal trainer and a somatic experiencing practitioner. So you can see this term is related to her yoga. This is interesting. I'm assuming it's related to that somatic experiencing practitioner service that she offers, but she doesn't deal with the nervous system in terms of vaccinations or nerve cells, so this is not a relevant topic for her. Obviously, yoga is, and then again, essential oils are not relevant for her. She's not buying them. She's not selling them. So I would encourage her to not post about any of those ideas. And then down below, I actually added personal trainer so we could see what topics it brought in. You can click on more ideas for a full list of all the topics Google is suggesting. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can always click Load More, and it loads many, many more ideas. So as I said, I think it's interesting to look through this list, and it's always nice to get ideas, particularly when they're coming straight from Google. I would assume that these ideas are very similar to the questions you'll see in the People Also Ask box. So if you typed in personal trainer and looked under People Also Ask, there are probably very similar questions in that box. One thing that's very interesting is that Google has obviously scanned through the content on her site and then decided which topics are relevant for her. If I go back to that main screen, what's interesting is that this is obviously Google scanning through her website and determining what other topics she could talk about on her site or create blog posts about. Take all of this with a grain of salt. Again, you know your business best and you know what topics and keywords you should be covering. If you see any followed topics over here that don't make sense, like the nervous system, you can click on these 3 dots and then select Unfollow Topic. You can also save ideas if you click this little icon here, and then it'll add it to your saved ideas. As I mentioned, Google is in the experimental phase with this. We're not sure what it's going to turn into, and they haven't rolled it out to every website, so you might not be added to the list. But like I said, you'll get an email or a notification here in your Google Search Console if they decide to add the tool to your Google Search Console account.